gather in Delhi to talk about important world issues like global money matters, countries in debt, and climate change. They're also concerned about the war between Ukraine and Russia, especially because Vladimir Putin is not attending and he's sending someone instead. Watch our next short to see more about the G20 summit. A tragic fire in Johannesburg killed 76 people and has led families looking in morgues to look for their loved ones.
Oh no!
Most of the people, the victims, were actually people who had no documentation to live in South Africa and therefore lived in old, unsafe buildings. This fire shows how many problems Johannesburg has that need to be resolved. After the historic moon mission, India has launched its first mission to observe the sun. From a special point called L1, this mission will observe the sun's movements, solar winds, and explosions to study how patterns on the sun works, which will also help us better understand space weather and warn us in case there are any solar problems that could affect satellites. Ukraine is stepping up its military operations in Russia using drones, missiles, and sabotage in Russia. They are also working on making their own weapons, such as long-range missiles, and this really shows how Ukraine is being more involved in the conflict and is making a significant change in how they're fighting the war. Terry Gou, a billionaire who founded Foxconn, is running for Taiwan's presidency in 2024, and this could be a big game changer between the tensions in China and Taiwan. Also, Spain's Court of Arbitration in Sport has opened up a case against the soccer captain of the World Cup, but has also rejected an immediate suspension. National Sudoku Day is a day to celebrate the beloved, popular puzzle game Sudoku. Did you know that it's celebrated on September 9th because the date 9-9 represents the 9x9 grid in a Sudoku? Just for this week, instead of having a peer-to-career interview, we're going to be experimenting with AI. And so the video that you're about to see is entirely done by AI. I hope you enjoy.
You might have heard about the Ukraine-Russia war, but have you ever thought about how it affects our environment? Well, hold on to your seats, because it's more dramatic than you think. First, when wars break out, things like factories and transportation get destroyed. And guess what? That creates pollution that poisons the air we breathe and the water we drink. Second, wars can force families to flee their homes and live in crowded refugee camps. Sounds tough. Right, but here's the kicker. These camps can harm the land, making it super difficult to grow food. Imagine being hungry because of a war. Now, let's talk about the wild side of war. Conflicts can lead to illegal logging and resource extraction, which means our precious forests and wildlife get hurt. It's like a real-life action movie, but with a sad ending for nature. But wait, there's more. When we send help like food and medicine to war zones, the transportation can create pollution. It's like a double-edged sword, trying to save lives, but harming the environment in the process. Last but not least, wars can mess up energy supplies, making it tough for us to switch to clean and green energy sources. It's like having a broken superhero suit when we need it the most. So, wars themselves might not directly cause climate change, but they sure make it way harder to protect our environment and fight climate change. It's a real-life thriller with consequences that affect us all.
Thank you for watching, and help us get to 1,000 subscribers by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting below. Thank you, and stay tuned for next week.